Hi there, everybody. Happy Sunday to everybody. How are we today? Yes, thanks for joining in. You've got Mary Burke live. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll give you love to you, Z Taj. Thank you. Hi, Christian. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Males. Yes, hi, Ray. This is Danny. Thanks for joining in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you are having a great day today. Happy Sunday, everybody. How's everybody's holiday shopping going? Are you all done with your shopping? Can I get you a Christmas gift? I am your Christmas gift. Come on, come on. You can have the gift of Mary all year or all month long if you join the fan sites, right? You get Mary all month long. Hi there, happy Sunday, Stephen. And can you be my yard guy? I have a few yard guys lined up. Hi there, Aiden and Mayak. I got some weird names in there. Sorry if I butchered your name. Hi, Pepsi Kid. Yes. Stop being goofy. I can't help myself. That's just my nature. I can't help myself from being goofy. Hi there, Ricky. Merry Christmas. Hi, Phil. Hi there, Pat. Yes, Merry Christmas, Ricky. Hi there, Bruno from France. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for liking my eyes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, let's give everybody a minute to jump in and join in. Hi there, good morning. Yes, somebody asked if they're real. That is one of the top 20 questions that I get asked every day. So yes, these are real. They move real, they bounce real. If you see my fan pages, you would know that they're real. So, absolutely. Hello there, Billy from Ireland. How are you? Merry Christmas, Ronald. Are my toes painted red too? My toes are more of a burgundy, or a magenta, I should say. More of a magenta than they are a red. And I'll probably be getting them changed coming up this week, but it's time for me to go and get them refreshed. Hi there, German. A German living in Costa Rica. Okay, well, I love that. I love that. You got nice warm weather all year long there. Hi there, Little Rock, Arkansas is in the house. Hi, Merry Christmas, Matt. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas. Merry and Happy Christmas to everyone. Yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, am I barefoot today? So, yes, you can ask me just about anything today. So, yes, I am barefoot. So, barefoot today, I am. So, hello from Chicago. Rome, Italy is in the house. Hi there. Is my book full and I don't want to start a new chapter? I'm always about starting new chapters. And life is a journey. Absolutely. Life is a journey. It's not a race. It's not something to be achieved. It is a journey, and there's always new chapters. Yes. So, for instance, my newest chapter is that I am in Florida again, and I have the cottage. So, I will not be at the farm this winter. I will be at the cottage all winter long. So, you'll get to see me in warm weather all winter long. Now, it has been a bit of a cold snap here. Today is the first day that it warmed up. So, today is the first day that I've been able to go in a tank top and my skirt without having to be all bundled up. So, thanks for liking my fingers. Yes, thanks for liking my fingers. I have long fingers for a short person. I have long fingers. Yes, for a short person. So that's why I keep my nails. I do keep my nails short. I do not keep them long. I do a lot of DMing, so on my fan pages. So I need to keep those fingers nails short. I'm not one of those ones. I don't know how women do it with those super long nails. I don't. How do you type anything? Or do you do voice everything? Maybe they do voice everything. I don't do that. Are my toes and my nails the same color? No, they are not. They're complementary colors. So my toes are like a magenta, and my fingers are like a candy cane red. And somebody asked my favorite position, whether it's missionary. What was that? Missionary? I saw missionary or and now I lost it. Can we see your feet? Okay, I lost it. So I guess it just depends on the person that I'm with. If it deems being on the bottom or being on the top. So thank you for liking the hardwood floors and the red nails. Yes. Ocean Breeze, Florida. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining in, Ted. Do I like G-strings? I own a few G-strings. I mainly wear thong, not G-string. Thong has a little bit more substance to it in the sense that it kind of hugs the back of the top of the cheek, as opposed to the actual G-string, which is just a string that goes across the top. So there is a difference. So I prefer that it kind of hugs and goes along and shapes with you, and helps define the top of the cheek. So, and it's something I'm used to it. I grew up with it, being a competitive figure skater. It's no joke. It's no joke in sports like skating and in gymnastics that if you have a bra strap showing, or if you have your underwear that shows underneath your skirt, any of those things automatically count for points off. So that's how I actually got into wearing thongs at a relatively, in my teens, back when it wasn't even really a thing, because that you couldn't have a panty line show. So there, and the same thing with the bra, that you skated braless because you have so much sequence and so much bling going on that you couldn't have any straps showing, and you couldn't wear like the tube top. Bra tops weren't really a thing, and at that time there were no detachable straps, and there were no see-through straps, so those weren't a thing. And you didn't have them, towards the end they were building the shelf bra kind of into the material of the skating uniform. But at that time, there weren't many bra options when you were figure skating. So that probably is where it came about that I don't feel particularly comfortable in bras, because for most of the day, I didn't wear a bra while I was skating. So I didn't wear them when I trained. I didn't wear them when I performed. So that's probably where my love of no bras comes from. Have I ever popped out accidentally? Sure. I have had lots of wardrobe malfunctions. So when I'm filming, those go as edits on my OF and Fansly. So there is, so when you see me crawling underneath the sink, or climbing up on top of to pull down cabinets. So I'm just talking about some recent posts that I put up. So I was fixing putting in new faucets underneath the sink. So in that instance, when, when I was hauling some wood using the wheelbarrow, when I'm raking, there's always the opportunity to have an accidental fallout. Or I was demoing and I was taking down cabinets. So I was up on the countertop. I had one foot up on the countertop, one on my step stool, and I was leaning over and using the drill gun, screwing in and taking out, and as well as unscrewing and taking out upper cabinets. And yes, there's always the opportunity for that fallout. But that film that is captured is then taken and used in the fan pages. So those are always a possibility. I make sure that they don't fall out on my lives. So I will wear something that is definitely within compliance of the platform that I am broadcasting on. I cannot do anything, I will not do anything that will jeopardize that live stream. So other creators could just get a new account. I have millions and millions of followers. I'm not going to do anything that is going to jeopardize that. I do have that footage available, but it is going to be for you to find on my fan pages. Hi there, Australia. Thanks for liking my handiwork. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon from Israel. Thanks for joining in. Never cut my hair. No, it's not my thing. I have had my hair to my shoulders before, and that's as short as it's going to go. I have, again, I'm going back to my skating days. I am used to being able to pulling my hair up into a ponytail, pulling it back, and everything. So as long as I can grow long hair, I will have long hair. But it is my hair. So there's in here you can see that there's no extensions or anything like that. This is all me. So there's none of that. So yeah, that is all me, myself, and mine, I guess. I don't speak Deutsch. I do not speak Dutch. No. Thank you for joining in from Italy. Thank you for thinking I look stunning today. I do appreciate that. Peace. Hi there, Alberta, Canada. Jeff for joining in. Thanks for liking my hair, Andrex. Yes. And you're missing a lot of the comments. Me too. You're getting ready to smoke some ribs. Excellent. I am heading out to a family obligation later on today, seeing some friends and family later. So you can ask anything you want. Doesn't mean that I will answer, but you can ask. If I can answer, I will. Somebody asked what size the sisters are. 36D to double D. If I were to wear a bra, which as you know, I don't often do. So that is the size that they are. Where am I from? Born and raised in the USA, but more specifically to the northeast of the United States. And I grew up where it was cold for at least half of the year. And that's where the ice skating came in. So it definitely kept me busy all through my childhood years, my adolescent years, all those teen years, kept me out of trouble, kept me in the rink all that time, right up and through college. So then toured internationally, figure skating as a professional ice skater. After that, married, kids, finance career, and then moved everybody south to Florida. So I've been in Florida for the last 20 years. In addition to that, I also own a farm in southeast Alabama. So I do a lot of commuting back and forth between the two. However, this winter I was able to secure some steady help to take care of the farm because my plans are not to be at the farm this winter. So I will still post stuff from there, but I won't necessarily be there. You like it when I wear my glasses? Well, I do always have some cheaters around. So this is what I call my cheaters, some reading glasses. So if I need to read something up close, yes, I do put on a pair of cheaters. I also, when I'm not wearing my contacts, have a pair of glasses. I went with the progressive glasses, and I'm not liking them. And I've had those progressives now for 3-4 years, and I don't like them. So next time I get my eyes examined, which, ooh, make eye exam. See, it's that time of year. Make eye exam appointment. So, so once I go back so I will have to get a new prescription. So, from Ireland. Have I ever been to Ireland? Yes, I have been to Ireland. When I was skating professionally, I was able to spend a couple of months in Ireland, but I will let you know that I did not see much of Ireland. I was working that whole time. And for the first month that I was there, they kept our tour on USA time, meaning that we skated and practiced. It was a new segment of the tour. So there was a whole new entourage of people that came in at that time, and you had to refresh after you had like a 2-month break, and they break, that some people's contracts end and some new people come in and all that stuff. But there was a month long of reworking routines and all that stuff. So we would practice. It depended on which groups were so like the principals would practice from, say, 8 to 10. The understudies would get the 10 to 12. This is midnight. And then the chorus line would get the 12 to 2 a.m. or it could be 12 to 4 a.m. And so there were either like the principals and the understudies, they had like 2-hour blocks. And I think the choruses had 4-hour blocks. Now, if you were also a principal, or if you were an understudy, then you were also most likely in chorus. So that means that you could be skating for 6 hours, because you would have to do not only your understudy practice, but you would also have to do the practice for the chorus line, and so any other performers, not the principals or understudies. So during that time, we were so midnight to 4. So, and it was probably 5 a.m. when we would get back we stayed in hotels, and the hotel in Ireland, which I don't know if Ireland still does this, but when we stayed in Ireland, the hotel is considered a residence. So the restaurant and the bar must stay open as long as there is a patron sitting in the restaurant. Now, this was way back. This was before Uber Eats and all that other stuff. So that was the way that it was. So we always had a group that would keep that restaurant and bar open all night long. So and we were on USA time anyways, so we would eat late or eat early or whatever the difference was. So, and we would wait for one group to come back, and then one group would leave, and so forth. So those poor bartenders, for 2 months, we're working 24 hours a day. But the money was good for them because we also tipped them. We knew that they were staying and had to work for us. So we got very friendly with like the service staff, the maids, the working people of the hotel, because we were always bumping into them. And I love that the maids, the cleaning crew, would come in and they would say, "Do you mind if we do some hoovering?" I'm like, "Some what?" We need to do some hoovering. And I'm like, what the heck is hoovering? But all the vacuum cleaners that they had over there were Hoover brand. So they would call it hoovering, that they need to do some hoovering. So anyways, so that was my story about Ireland. So yes, I did get to spend 2 months in Dublin, Ireland. I did not venture far from Dublin, you didn't have, we would do some nightlife if we had nights off and stuff like that. But again, we would sleep most of the day because we worked nights. And then that was for the whole first month. And then the second month, we were actually doing the show. So they gave us like a week to transition from USA time. I think it was only 72 hours, if I remember correctly. They gave us 72 hours to transition from USA time to Ireland time, and then work the shows. And then you're working 7 days a week, and anywhere from 1 to 3 shows a day. So like Thursday, Friday there would be 1 or 2 shows. Saturday, Sunday definitely were 3 shows each and every Saturday, Sunday. And then if you were staying for that entire week or 2 weeks there, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays would all be 1 show. It would probably be the 7 p.m. show. But then Thursdays, they might have a 4 and a 7, or it would probably be a 6 and an 8, 6 and an 8 p.m. show. And then Saturdays were usually 11, 2, and 6. And then the same Sundays, they did it like an hour later. It was like 12. Every show, it was approximately 2 hours long. And my very first show, did I try driving in Ireland? No. Some people did. I at that time, I don't know what the rules are now, but at that time you actually had to have a license to drive on that side. And there were some people I knew that went through whatever training they had to do to get that license. A lot of the people that had been with the shows for a very long time, there's several people that were raised in shows. So they their parents were show people and they were raised in the show. They have their own schools, and they travel with the show. It's a very big community that does that. It's a tight-knit community, and so they were more, and they knew multiple languages just because they toured all the time. So all of that. But it was, so no, I did not learn to drive or try to drive on the left when I was in England. So, have I named my cats? The barn cats? No. My barn cats are not named. There's 2 of the black cats have collars, white collar and yellow collar, because they are completely identical cats. And they're 100% black, and they have no distinctive marks on them to identify which one is which. Like, not even like the way their tail goes, nothing. So they are white collar and yellow collar. And if they break out of their collars, then I have to find another white collar to give white collar, another yellow collar to give yellow collar. But that's it. And then there are, there is one that I call, it's a male. I call him Slinky because he's always sneaky. He's always slinking around the property. So he's named. And he drives Big Boy bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Big Boy does not like Slinky. So I don't know if it's because they're males. They're both males. Now he's a fixed male. Both the dog and the cat are. But Big Boy can take just about any cat and be all right with it. But Slinky comes along and he is just absolutely. He is loud. So, what were the shows that I did in Ireland? I was a professional figure skater, so I was on tour professionally skating in Ireland. I love when you can unbend the steel. That is a very important routine to do. Grilling some bacon wrapped fillets. All right. Drinking some beer and watching some football. Sounds like an awesome Sunday. Can I flex my arms? Yes. There's one. There's the other. There they both are. There's the flex for you. Right? You might not get them both in the same frame. You just got back from skinny dipping. Ooh, naughty boy. Naughty boy. Who doesn't love a good skinny dip? In a hot tub or in a pool? A real or plastic? Definitely real. So this, actually when I skated, my boobs were very small. It wasn't until I left skating and got married and had children that my boobs filled out. At that point, after having kids, so you can thank me having kids for having big boobs. They went from 36Bs to 36D double D. So, yes, I have been to Ireland, Darren. That's what I've been talking about. I got to spend 2 months in Ireland 35 years ago now, but yes, I did it in Dublin specifically. So I did get to stay there extended period of time. Our times off did not mesh with being able to really travel. So some point I would like to be able to go back and visit Ireland again. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining in. Thanks for liking my eyes. I do appreciate that. Is everybody ready for the holiday season? Have you been going to holiday parties, or is that do OF? Go to my fan pages. Yes, go to my bio links, and you can take you right to my fan pages. Yes. Yes, I do. You feel it in the bones. Go up and down, up and down. Yes. And then flex. What's my age? I look so young. I love you. You're my new favorite fan. No, I am in my fantastic 50s. Yes, fantastic 50s over here. Have I ever tried? Oh. You have to go to my fan pages to see if I've ever tried it. Hi there, Ricardo. Welcome in from Mexico. Welcome in from Egypt. Can I show you star jumps? Yes, we need some star jumps in there. Yes, we do need some star jumps in there. Where am I from? USA. So I'm going to move this out of the way. So star jumps are going to be out to the side. So I will just come out this way. So you may not get all of me in the frame, but we will try it. So just so I don't bounce into the wall. You don't want me to hit into the wall. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All done. Always up for some jumping jacks. Great full body exercise. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You've got Mary Burke Live. Oh, somebody asked for a spin, so I can absolutely do a spin for you. Ready? Here we go. Spin, spin, spin. Ta-da! There's a spin for you. Yes, Joseph, thanks for saying you should check out my other sites because Christmas will come early. Absolutely. Yes. That a little bit, not bad, not too bad. So yes, definitely check out my fan pages by going through my bio links. Yes. What about the cardboard back here? Down below is going to be some work, actual work. Hello from California. Thanks for joining in. Am I single? No, I am not single. I have been married for the last 30 years to the same wonderful man. He is very supportive of what I do and also knows that I'm a bit of a wild child, so wants me to be happy. So I would say that occasionally I can have a hall pass or something like that if need be. So, do I work out? Yes, I do work out. Absolutely. Samu asks if they are real. Yes, they are real. Yes. Juju, have I gone to France? Yes. As part of that same tour, I did spend some time in France. I went to Bordeaux. I was only in Bordeaux for about a week, and then there were 2 or 3 weeks that I spent in. It was outside of Paris. However, I did get to do a lot of sightseeing in Paris, which was fantastic. And I want to say Lyon, France is where we were stationed out of, where the hotel was, and where we would take the buses to a couple of different locations for different stuff. So then on our time off, we could take, not the metro, is it the tube? You would take into Paris, and then I forget the subway system or the train system that they have there. And back when I went, they didn't have the euro. So I still have the French currency. So I have the British pound, I have currency from each one of the countries that I toured with. I kept some of it. So that was, somebody asked if tequila or vodka. Well, I don't drink, so neither. Propel water, vitamin waters, plain water. Those are my gig. What else? Coffee also. Coffee, tea. I like tea. So, have I tasted champagne? Sure, I have tasted champagne, but I haven't had a drink in over 2 years. So, nothing. And I like it that way. So, I'm keeping it that way. Do I speak Spanish? Very poorly. Very poorly. Part of the tour when I was with Disney was South America. So, and it was immersive. Like, you were in South America. So you had to, same thing with France. But I felt a lot more people in France actually spoke English or tried to speak English with you if they, if they knew you were American. But when I was in Venezuela and Colombia, neither one of them really, they would try, but it was better for me to listen to them and try to figure out. So I can hear it better than I can speak it. So thanks for thinking I'm amazing. I do appreciate that. What's my middle name? Anne. Yes. Mary Ann Burke. But it's not Mary Ann. So I almost never use. So I always related to Mary Ann on Gilligan's Island. So can't you see me with the little pigtails and the little crop top? See, be Mary Ann. But she had the curly hair. More so than Ginger. I'm not. I was definitely a Mary Ann type girl, more of the tomboy, helping out the professor and the captain. as opposed to the starlet. That wasn't me. Mary Jane. Am I wearing panties? Yes. What color are they? I think they're blue and white. Nope, I lied. Purple. What's this channel about? Normally, I'm out doing stuff around the farm or around the cottage or out with Stella. And who is Stella? Stella is my rat terrier. She's a rat terrier and Chihuahua mix. So I do a lot with her. I do a lot of renovations. And so even at the cottage, I just had new countertops installed. I had the stone guys come and put that in. I didn't try to do that myself. But then I put new faucets in. So changing out the faucets, putting the new faucets in, putting in the new water lines. Sometimes I reuse the water lines, sometimes I don't. Depends on, the water lines were pretty new, so I just kept those. But I did put in a new P-trap system, because it doesn't matter how new you think it is. When you take that sink bowl out and have a new sink bowl and you have a new faucet and all that other stuff, the plumbing under there has, at least the connective plumbing work, has been sitting there for God knows how long, and there's all sorts of stuff trapped in it. So I usually, if given the opportunity to have a say in it, I will trade out that whole P-trap system. So that's what I was doing. I'm younger than you? Fantastic. Love older guys. Football, no, there's no flashing. It doesn't matter how much you offer me on this, because this is my social media platform that I am not going to do anything. And I do mean anything that is going to jeopardize me being able to go live and chat with you, or to jeopardize any of the followership. So that is the completely wrong platform. You want to see it? It's there for you. You just have to go to my fan pages. So you have to go and find my bio links, and then you can see all of me. Do I know what Bitcoin is? Sure. I know what it is. I've even invested in it at points in the past, but I don't give any advice on that. So that's a clear, easy way to get in trouble. So I know what it is, and I have previously invested in it, but when I could get my money back, because I invested back when it immediately took a nosedive. So I waited until which took about 2 years at that time, for my money to come back to where I was at break even. And then I left a little seed money plus, after, if I let it go up a couple $100 over that, and then I kept that in there, and that's the money that I play with. I don't go too risky on my. Now, if you're young, the risk is minimal when you're young. The older that you get, you want to take less riskier stocks and stuff than more risky. So yes, I understand that it's there and it's available and all that other stuff. I don't like to play with it. That's the way I am about gambling too. I'm like, I know how much I'm gonna go for a couple of hours of entertainment. So if I'm gonna go out to a movie and dinner, I know how much that would normally cost. So I have to be, if I go to say to the casino or something, that's how much money I'm willing to play with and lose as part of playing the games. So but it has to be a couple of hours of entertainment. So and that's how I view it. I don't, gamble the money in the expectation of hitting it big. If it happens, like I did a scratch off ticket the other day and I won $50. I was like, holy crap, that is like the biggest amount of money that I have ever won doing a scratch off ticket. So I was pretty happy with that. I was like, it was a $5 ticket and I won, and it made $50. And I'm like, that makes up for all the ones that I purchased that did nothing. So I'm at break even. So I don't recommend it. Um, Chuck E. Cheese tokens, yeah, that's the way to go. Is actually use like Chuck E. Cheese tokens. Yeah, you wish you could be my bodyguard. Yeah. I have a couple of big friends that act as bodyguards when I go places. Do I have training in the trades? You seem like I have a lot of experience. Well, thank you, Jeff, for asking. Now, my experience goes back about 30 years, purchasing my first property that was a fixer-upper back in a time when there was no such thing as, Home Depots were just barely getting out the door and that sort of stuff, that home improvement by homeowner before it was all tradesmen's. And what I did, because I didn't really know anything, was to purchase those Time Warner book sets. So it was intro to carpentry, intro to plumbing, intro to woodworking, but it was a whole series, electricity, plumbing, woodworking, cabinet making. It had everything. It was probably 12, 15 books in the set. And so anytime I came across something that I wanted to do or learn, I read up on it. There wasn't the internet like there is today. There wasn't Google like there is today. There wasn't anything. And then when I got into trouble, I would hire a tradesman to come in and do it. But I was kind of their shadow, whether they wanted me to hang out with them or not, trying to learn their tips and tricks along the way so that I didn't need them the next time. I could do it myself. And that's how it all started, way back, way back on my first properties that I ever owned, my first homes, everything. One of my first homes, I wanted to redo, they had a fireplace and I wanted to redo the hearth. I didn't like the hearth. And back in those days, you had carpet everywhere, not the hardwood. So the living room was carpeted and it had a hearth on it. And I said, well, I think I can just, um, you know, jimmy something underneath this hearth and get down to the bottom of it because I wanted to rebuild it, make it differently, do some. So that one big one would have been one of the books in the Time Warner would have been masonry, one of the masonry books, learning about the bricklaying and the mortar and everything. So I wanted to redo that. So I got like a crowbar to get underneath this thing and try to wiggle it and pop it. Way easier to pop up than I anticipated because it was supposed to be secured to the floor. Well, when the house was built, the people came in, they laid the carpet, and then they just put a little plate, a little tray, and did one skim layer. And so my hearth wasn't really even a hearth. It was just this pseudo hearth sitting on top of carpet with no guard underneath it, no heat barrier, no nothing. And I was a person that liked to put wood burning fires in my fireplace. And I'm like, holy bejesus, I am so lucky that this house did not burn down based on how these builders built the house. It was shoddy workmanship, but they were just trying to bang out those houses, and the carpet had been put down before the fireplace had been finished. So they just did right over it. Oy vey. So anyways, I did a lot of reading on it, figured out I cut it back to the subfloor, put in the materials to make sure that it was heat safe, then started to build up the hearth from there, and actually made a hearth to go around it, and pulled the carpet out. I was probably one of the first people to pull carpeting out. I tend to be, I'm not an allergic person, but I tend to to, all that stuff gets trapped in, you think you're vacuuming it out. It's trapped in there. The dirt is just trapped in there. So family was allergic to it. I had pets that the dander gets into the carpet. So out went the carpet. So it ended up being a lot bigger renovation than just the hearth. So, but I'm like a mouse with a cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie, you're going to end up going to the movies, because by the time I started, it just led to one thing to another thing to another thing, and I ended up renovating the whole house. And that's how I got started in building. You're welcome, Jeff. You're welcome, Jeff. One fake once told me that I was married Kay Burke, the queen of cosmetics. I believe it. The fakes will tell you anything. They'll promise you the moon. They'll promise to meet you. They'll promise to do all sorts of stuff. Just be careful of the fakes. They are rampant on Facebook. The best way for you to find out what other social medias are truly me would be to go to my bio links. All the links are right there. It'll send you to my TikTok. It'll send you to my Instagram. It'll send you right to my Facebook and YouTube, the OF Fansly. It'll send you all right to them. So that's the important thing there, because those fakes will get you. I hear every day from fans who do finally find me on my fan pages and DM me, because that is the only place that I DM. So you may get a heart back and a quick response on a comment, but I don't answer DMs. I certainly don't have enough time in the day for me to send a message to you saying, hey, PM me privately on my social media platforms. It's not going to happen. Those are all fakes. Those are all fakes. So don't believe everything they promise you. Hi, Stephen. Thank you for appreciating my videos on YouTube. I do appreciate you following me and being here. Yes. So thank you, everybody. I do appreciate you being here. You've got Mary Burke Live. You can ask me anything. Whether or not I answer you will be another question altogether. Yes. So, but I was just talking about the fakes, because they are real and they are rampant on some. 30 or 40 each day I report on Facebook, a handful on Instagram, occasionally one or two on X. X is excellent about getting rid of them, and the rest of the platforms not so much. TikTok has a slew of them. I have pages and pages of fake Marys on there. So, and as often as I have, the weird thing about TikTok is every time I've applied to be verified, they immediately come and shut my account down after that. So for whatever reason, they won't allow me to be verified. So I have tried it numerous times, numerous different accounts. I provide them with all the documentation that they want. And then for whatever reason, within about 2 weeks of when I start going through that process, they find a reason to shut it down. And I think they just promote the fake stuff. Facebook is, like I said, Facebook is terrible, absolutely terrible about it. It's an act of Congress. And for me to get my lawyers involved, to actually get DC and DCMA to pull down those they're awful. Doesn't matter what documentation I give them, proving that I'm me and they're not. A lot of them are like Nigeria or they're definitely foreign countries, but Nigeria for whatever reason pops up a lot. I don't know why, but that's why where they started up. So when that happens, and anybody that says, the fakes, Arkansas, Texas, New York, those are all fakes. Those aren't me. So that's definitely not me. Thanks for liking my OF account, Bob. I do appreciate that. I'm not familiar with Marianne by Ray Charles. I'll have to listen to it. I'm sure if I heard it I would know, but it doesn't ring in my head. So yes, my 4x3L. I do have fan pages. They are listed in my bio links, so you can check it out from there. Lexi, yes, that is answered the same question as my 4x3. Dion, welcome from Canada. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for thinking I look hot today. I do appreciate that. You can't follow with what I'm talking about, Bartoli, fake Marys. There's on different platforms. I know YouTube doesn't really have that situation. However, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook all have people posing that will steal my content. I'll post something and they'll come right in, copy it, download it, and instead of sharing it, sometimes they share it and then copy it, they whatever, they steal that content, and then they make a fake account saying that they're me when they're not, and then they promise you the world and they can't deliver. So that's what we were talking about. Welcome. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. You've got Mary Burke Live. I'll probably be on for about another 5 minutes or so. So if you do have a question that you would like answered, you can certainly ask me. And whether or not I answer it is another matter altogether. Well, thank you for joining me from New York. Dion asks where I am from. I am from the United States, born and raised. I was born in the Northeast. Transplanted myself about 20 years ago to Florida, which I now call home. Yes, Christina, time to Hoover. I know, time to Hoover. Thanks for liking the show. And then I've called Florida my home for the last 20 years or so, but I also have the farm in Southeast Alabama. So had somebody asked about Venmo or Cash App. That is another fake Mary ploy. They will tell you that they accept gift cards, Cash App, or Venmo. So I specifically do not accept any of that. That is not, if you want to DM me or chat with me, the only way to do that is through my fan pages, and that is through the fan pages website and their methods of payment. I do not accept any other methods of payment. So just can you see my twins? Absolutely, you can see my twins. You have to go to my fan pages. They want to see them. That won't be on this. It won't be on this platform because I have to stay in compliance with their guidelines. So each platform has their own guidelines as to what you can and cannot show, and I make sure that I stay within those guidelines. I am not going to do anything that will risk my account. Dion, yes, I am married. And I have been married for the last 30 years now. 30 years, not 20 years. 30 years to the same man, yes. And have children, yes. And but the important thing, since I am extroverted and I wouldn't say I'm outspoken, but I am a chatty Cathy, I guess. So so being that and my performer background he understands my needs and expectations and my own limitations, and I understand his. So I have what you could say a hall pass if need be. But somebody said about twins, I was referring to the girls, which was also referring to the melons, which is also referring to the breast, which is also referring to whatever, to the tatas, whatever you want to call them. Oh, Chris. There's no cash here. No cash accepted. No Cash App, no Venmo, none of that is accepted. Thanks for sending me love and waves. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. If you have a question, thanks for thinking I look great today, just for me, for fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can I stand up? That one I can do. I can push the chair back. And I was sitting crisscross applesauce, which is probably one, I don't know why, that's always one of my favorites. So here I am standing. You've got me standing tall. I can do a 360 up above. Yes, there you go, like so. And then you have me back. Have I ever visited Vegas? Yes, I did visit Vegas. I believe it was not this past summer, not the summer before. I think it was the summer before that. So it wasn't 24, it wasn't 23. I believe it was 22, which was still a good, you could travel with COVID, but it was still kind of the tail end of COVID. So you still had to do a lot of social distancing, which I was okay with. And I did a lot of things outside. So again, social distancing that way. The casinos, yeah, I played a little bit here and there, but not really. I took a trip into the Grand Canyon via a helicopter. That was a lot of fun. I didn't really walk. I did some walking, but if I found it to be too crowded, I just went back to the hotel. And same thing. I booked a cabana I stayed at Caesar's Palace and booked a cabana in there. I think it was the Goddess Pool. So it was a private pool, not many people in there. I enjoyed the trip. It was warm. It was summertime, so it was hot. Not like this past summer. I heard this past summer, I believe, that they had to actually shut the pools down. The pools were getting too hot. So I didn't have that experience. It was minimized crowds, which I liked that. Yeah, yes, I am a goddess, right? So, and what was your question, James? I missed the question. If it's a clean question, I should be able to answer it, but it's probably you scrolling by and I missed it. Do I have a boat? No, I have test-driven boats, and captains of ships have let me drive their boats. 36 double D, correct. So that wasn't a question, that was a statement, James. But yes, either it depends on the bra, 36D to 36 double D. That's providing I wear a bra. And if you listened to earlier, I kind of touched on probably why I don't wear a bra. Like I don't give it a conscious thought, but I grew up not really wearing them and not really needing them. And specifically in my sport, you didn't wear them. So probably where my love of not wearing a bra comes from. Thanks for liking my nails. It is almost time for me to get them redone. They are candy cane red with a glitter on my ring fingers. It's getting close for me to get a polish change, but I will still stay in holiday season colors. Do I ever think that there will be a time when my home farm renovations will be complete? Well, the funny thing about that is every time that I have finished or completed one of my renovations, it seems that I have outgrown the property, and then I tend to sell it and move on to a new one. Or life changes, you know? So that is the way that it goes. So, and then by that time, usually something has to be renovated again. So it does take me a minute to renovate all of the property. So it could be renovating something inside, outside, landscaping. So there's always something to do. So what I want to find out is how I get some garden time in here at the cottage, because it's a much smaller property. So I'll have to figure that one out. So somebody says never satisfied. Maybe it is. Maybe it is that I'm never satisfied. Well, once it's complete, it's time to move on. So who knows? Who knows? That could be part of it. Yes, or it's time to improve. So even this new property, it's a new house, but I didn't, you know, the cottage was new, but it wasn't personalized, and so I didn't have options to change stuff out. So when um, when I got in here, yes, I've already had the countertops changed out. So I've already started renovating a brand new house, if that makes any sense. So I've already started a little bit. What's my shoe size? I wear between a 6.5 and a 7. Skates is probably a 6. So my last pair of skates are custom made. And the last pair of skates that I have, that I still own, are from when I skated 35 years ago. So those blades are still good. The boots are still good. Everything's still good about them. I've had a dog chew on them. One of my puppies, not Stella, one of my other puppies, a couple of years back, chewed on one of my skates, which I was not happy about. But I can still definitely use them and work in them. Now, if you write to me in another language, I'm not going to be able to answer you. So sorry. Hi there. I'm welcome from Brazil. Thank you for joining in. Candlestick asked one of my most popular questions that I get asked hundreds of times a day is, how old am I? Well, the closest you're going to get is in my fantastic 50s. Did I skate with Katarina Witt? No, I did not skate with Katarina. I've met Katarina, and I did skate with Nancy Kerrigan. I did not skate with Tanya, but I did skate with Nancy. Often. We actually grew up in the same rinks. So as a kid, I skated with her all the time. We would skate before school, and her dad actually ran the Zamboni machine for a while. So 5 o'clock sessions, we would have 5 a.m. session and 6 a.m. session, then go to school, then come back to the rink about 1 o'clock and skate from 1 to 6. So spent a lot of time in the rinks together. And we skated in my general area, there were probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rinks that were all within 20 minutes of the house of where I grew up. So going to any one of those rinks. So there was one that was very close to the house that I skated at all the time. And Nancy was on the other side of town. So she, on the other side. So she skated, most of the time at another rink. So, and you also belong to a skating club that was based out of one. And the one that I belonged to, or that I skated with and represented, was the one that I stayed at all day. So I would start in the morning and go there in the afternoon, and then whatever. And then on the weekends, I would go to different rinks. Whereas Nancy would skate in the morning at one, she would skate at another one in the afternoon, and then weekends she would do something else. But yes. So I did skate with her quite frequently. Thank you for joining in. You have Mary Burke live. So I hope that answers your question. Hi there from Germany. There was a pairs group, the cousins. They were brother-sister group. They were out of, I think, England. I skated with them. There were other national skaters that I skated with during my time in my younger years. But then I stayed local, so that was the other thing. It came to a point with skating whether or not I was going to go to, if I wanted to advance to the national levels that Nancy and Katerina, and I know she was from Germany, but from that to that level, you had to move out of the local area and either train in Colorado, which Colorado Springs, Steamboat Springs, and Colorado Springs were very big mecca for skating at that time, and Lake Placid was the other big mecca. So those would be the two places that you would have gone to actually train to be that next level up. So I just stayed local and did the best that I could. Talk show hostess? Have me be a talk show hostess? I don't know about that. Jeans or leggings? It depends. Depends. Well, like for instance, if I am working out or going ice skating, then it's definitely leggings. If I am doing stuff around the farm, then it's definitely jeans or overall jeans. So yes. Do I believe in God? Absolutely. But I don't talk God or politics here. So that's the extent that you'll get from me. Did I ever meet Mick Jagger? I did not meet Mick Jagger. I've been to one of his concerts. So in Boston, when Gillette Stadium first opened, the very first concert that they had, I think it was even before they had football, before they even had a football game in Gillette Stadium, the Rolling Stones performed, and I did get tickets to go see the Rolling Stones. So I didn't meet him personally, but I did see him in concert. I should be Wonder Woman. I do. I am Wonder Woman at Halloween time. What's my dog's name? My dog's name is Stella. So that is the dog that is with me all the time. She's a rat terrier and Chihuahua combination. She is a rescue. And she's with me all the time. She's not with me at the moment. She's taking a nap in a different room. But the dog that is at the farm, there's two other dogs. They're both rescues. One is a super mutt. Actually, I think he's a bull mastiff. He's a massive dog. And that's Big Boy. And he has his own pen. He does not play well with others. So he is a guard dog. That is his. You're a hockey player? Yes. Yeah, and you do. You have to have your skates would be sharpened every third game. So yes. And figure skates are, there's a much deeper groove, Jeff, on figure skates than a hockey skate. So figure skaters are much more into leaning into the edges, and they need a deep edge, and the actual blade on the bottom has like a hollow on it, so that you can catch the inside edge or the outside edge. So it's not just sharpened down to like a knife point, to that side. It's sharp as a knife or sharper. I've seen some doozy accidents, but the actual bottom of the blade of a figure skate is kind of got a little concave to it, if you will, so that you can really grab those edges as you're skating. And it was probably, you would probably, even though I was skating, like I said, when I was in the height of my competitive skating, I was 6 hours a day, 6 days a week, and it was probably once a month that I was probably getting my skate sharpened. And that at that time, figure skating was also two-pronged, that you had to do and pass tests at different levels in this. And the reason it's called figure skating has absolutely nothing to do with what you see on TV. That's free skating. That's freestyle skating. What it actually started out as is doing figure eights on the ice and different. So there would be serpentine ones, those would be 3 circles. It actually started out being a very controlled sport, making 3 tracings on top of one another, doing different levels. Then you would have tiny circles, you'd have big circles. So there were all these that you had to do. And in order for you to move up in the ranks, not only did you have to pass the freestyle section, you also had to pass the technical section of the figures. And that's where figure skating comes from. It's not the figure of the person, it's the tracing of the circles of the figure eights on the ice. So, and that is a different sharpening for that as well. That does not have a big, and you have a different toe pick on that skate. You have a completely different toe pick than the toe pick for freestyle. So you would need 2 pairs of skates, 1 pair that you wore solely for the figure eights and 1 pair that you wore solely for your freestyle. And you would, and so 2 pairs of skates all the time. Anyways, so when you would be in competition season, then you probably you would get them sharpened. You wouldn't get them sharpened the day before you were going to go into competition, but you'd want it within a day or 2 because you'd want 1 or 2 skates on those blades before you would actually go into competition. Because you never want to, you also, if it is a bit too sharp or, what have you, you don't want to be on that. And freshly resurfaced ice is much faster than the when you're competing, they have different flights. So there you could be competing against 40, 60, 80 different girls, and they put them in flights of 10 or 12 girls. So they might not resurface the ice until like 20 girls have actually skated. So then you have the problem that, fast ice and slow ice. Anyways, so that's talking about skating. So today was a lot about skating. Thank you for liking my videos on YouTube, Peter. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate you following. Yes, hopefully you follow me on all my different social media platforms, including my fan pages. Make sure you check the fan pages out. Yes, you skated in hockey. Yes, you tried figure skates once. Yes, and you can't move in them. Exactly. It is a very different, and hockey players have a different center of balance. So figure skating is very much on the ball of your foot the whole time, but can't be too close to the toe pick. You have to be slightly on the ball. You have to be on the ball of the foot, but don't rock to the toes, because if you rock to the toes, you have toe pick. And hockey skates is more, I think, center gravity. You're trying to stay centered over the arch of your foot more so the entire time that you're skating. Now, if you also have the stick, you have the stick to lean on, which helps in the sense to help you keep your balance a little bit better, where figure skaters don't have that. But if you were to skate, without that, I think you tend to be more on the arch of your foot. Oh, I love to smile. I am always smiling. Hello there. Hello there. The Jets and the Sharks. Do a little Mighty Ducks. Hello there. Hello there. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining in. You've got Mary Burke Live. I was just talking about some figure skating and some hockey play. Yes. Hi there, Chris W. Thank you. Asked for a shout out. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi there, Rhino. Yes, welcome. Hi there, Lawrence. T Home asked for a 360. You're back again, Jim. Excellent. I'm knocking things over, which is not good. All right. So I push the chair out of the way and knock things over. So somebody asked for 360. So here you go. There is the 360, up and over. There's your 360 right there. So good thing it was just things that I have to hang on my wall, because I do have a TV over there that I also have to hang, that is down on the ground, which I have not. I have an itchy nose, but I think that's because my hair keeps tickling my nose. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks. Love the collar that I'm wearing. Oh, the color that I'm wearing. This, yes, this blue. You like the blue? Oh, the white. I don't know, what were you asking for, Francisco? It could be that people were scrolling by and I did not see your question. You want to come over and fix what I dropped? Do I like roller skating? Greetings from Ireland. Thanks for chiming in Pennsylvania. I do enjoy rollerblading. Roller skating I'm okay with, and yes, as a kid I did a lot of roller skating as well. That was that would be the kind of Friday night thing to do if you weren't going to public skating, because the funny thing for me is when I was done ice skating, and I would have time off, that's what I would choose to do. I would go to public skate, and that would be, yeah, so I was a total rink rat. I was always in the rink. Yes, yes. Do I like playing video games? Occasionally. I'm more the arcade girl that likes the original arcade. So that's why I have the Detroit Motor City Barrels. Well, Motor City Barrels gaming system, which is out of Detroit. It's in a whiskey barrel, and it has the 60 classic arcade games in it, and that's more my style than actual like Call of Duty or, you know. I used back in the day though, when PlayStation, we had the first couple of PlayStations. There was a game that there was a Tomb Raider game that I absolutely loved. So I play that one all the time. Tetris, yes. Tetris was always a good one. I used to do that one on the computer. I would play and like Zoo Tycoon and all that stuff would all be on a computer. You actually had discs to put into the computer and play. What's my favorite song right now? Christmas carols. Right now, I'm liking Carol of the Bells and Carol of the Bells probably. But when it's actually the bells, not necessarily the singing in it. But I like that one. How do you get to meet me? You get to meet me right here. So that's it. That's a fake Mary. So if you hear somebody saying, "Hey," or somebody propositions you and says, "Hey, you can meet me in person," that's a fake Mary. It's not me. I don't do meetups. I don't do meet and greets. A lot of even, I do chat occasionally with some other creators, male creators out there, and they're always asking me, "Hey, come fishing with me," or "Come do that." And oftentimes, I've always done it me by myself. So I kind of like it that way. So in that respect. So so I just haven't found the right thing for me to go ahead and go do something like that. But one of these days you might see me out there fishing with Louisa or fishing with others. You never know, because I do that's one of my if I have a day off and I want to go do something, I like to go deep sea fishing. So that's one of my things. What color are my eyes? The color of my eyes change. So they are hazel in nature. So sometimes, like I'm wearing this blue, so I'm noticing that I'm picking up a lot of that blue when I look at the reflection of my own eye. However, they are hazel and they do change with the colors that I wear. So oftentimes they can be brilliant green. Other times they can be a light green. Sometimes they can have gold flecks in them and look like a cat's eye. Sometimes they have some brown flecks, and it looks a lot deeper. Sometimes they look stormy gray, and other times they look blue. But they are what I consider it's hazel because they do change. And I believe only 3% of the people in the world have hazel eyes. Much more common, it's like 10% for blue eyes, and green eyes, I believe, is 3 or 5%. Anyways, so it is a pretty rare color to have. What's my best body feature? My smile. No, I don't know. I'm happy with my body. I have always been confident in my body. I tend to be, I'm petite, and I am not all that tall. I am proportionate, with the exception of the twins. And I have good genetics. I've always had good genetics in that respect. So I take on musculature pretty easy. I've always been fit and active. So one thing that, so I've always had good shoulder caps. My calves from skating and high heels have always been ripped. They have like that teardrop shape in the back. But they're not huge. I don't have big legs. I have fit, shapely legs, but I don't have big legs. So, but no. So if you were to look at models, a lot of models don't have big legs either. So, all right. Somebody would like to see the complete outfit, so I can stand up on that. And then, there we go. These are, yes, and my eyes can have a shade of purple in them as well, somebody was saying. So this is the complete outfit. It is a skirt, so there are shorts underneath, right? So the shorts underneath, yes. And if I were to spin, unspin, unspin, and spin, and spin, and spin, there you go. Still hitting the heavy bag? Well, I don't have a heavy bag with me here at the cottage. However, I do have my boxing gloves with me. So I wish I could be hitting I don't have a place to do it here yet. Stay tuned though. There is always that possibility that I get something. So hula hoop. I don't have a hula hoop here. Jumping jacks, yes, I can do jumping jacks. So jumping jacks would be, I can probably do star treks. I have to move over a little bit to do that though. So there. So in order to make sure I don't hit the wall. Ready? Starting at 20. Ready? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I can do 20 of those, and I can also do some squats. If you want squats. Oh, I'm not wearing a bra. Somebody says take off the bra. I'm not wearing a bra. All right. So with the flexible bands, which I didn't realize match what I was wearing, but so here we can squat down and up. That's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. And 6. 7. And 8. Let's do 1. 2 more. There. Then I can step out on squat. Step out and squat. And back and squat. And back and squat. Right? Get your workout in as I'm chatting with you. Do 6 on either side. Then we can go sideways and go sideways and go sideways and go sideways. See? So, excellent. So hopefully you guys are having a happy Sunday. Sunday. All right, so I'm going to end this at 2 o'clock my time, which will be in 6 minutes. So if you have any more questions, you can ask me anything, whether or not I will respond or answer. That's a different matter. I am a ball of energy. Well, and here's the thing. If you work out, it releases the endorphins to feel better and do better, which gives you more energy. So the more sedentary that you are, the more that you sit, the schlumpier you get or feel. So the more you move, even if you're sitting in your chair. So you see, as I sit here, I move all the time. So I could just be tapping my legs in and out as I'm chatting with you, or moving my arms. So always move, always doing something. Somebody asked what my birthday is. It's in June, and that's as close as you're gonna get. John asked for a flex. There's a flex for you. There's another flex for you. So yes, nose breathing. In through the nose. Back out through the mouth. In through the nose. Back out through the mouth. Fill up the lungs. And then push the air back out. Am I a Gemini? It depends on the whatever zodiac year it is. I am on the cusp. Sometimes I am Gemini, sometimes I am Cancer. What is my favorite sport? Again, that I'm going with figure skating is going to be my favorite sport. I do enjoy watching hockey as well as football. In addition to that, lacrosse is one of the fastest games on earth. I do enjoy watching lacrosse. Baseball. Working down from there. Maybe basketball. I'm not a huge basketball fan. To me, basketball is a 2-minute sport because all that matters is those 2 minutes. And then, I don't know, from there, what's your favorite sport? Check my inbox. Unless it's on my fan pages, I'm not going to check my inbox. I'm just going to be honest with you. I get tens of thousands of DMs on Instagram alone, never mind any of my other platforms. So if you DM me on my fan pages, that's the only place that I respond. So, hi Daniel, thank you for joining in. I didn't catch the last of it. Your birthday is June 19th. All right. Yeah, so you, Jeff, so you're in the same ball of wax that I am. I am around that time, not the 19th specifically, but I am in that cusp. So, yes. So, like this year, you were also on the equinox, right? June 19th this year, I think, was the equinox. So, I do not take Cash App, James. So, that's fake Marys. If you hear from somebody pretending to be me, that's how they will get you, is that they do accept Cash Apps and Venmos and gift cards, or I need help paying bills or something like that. That's not me. So please be careful of that, because that is definitely not me. Okay? New subscriber. Thanks for subscribing, Corey. Yes. Thank you. I'm so happy that you were here, Corey. I do appreciate that. James, again, Zell, you know. So that's OF. Yes, but that's my fan pages that I'm talking about, and that you need to check on the bio links for that. And that's the only The everything is through there, so I don't deal with any other forms of payment. That's just not the way that works. So I don't again, no cash apps, no Zells, no Venmos, none of that. That is not me. Those are fakes. No Zangy, no Telegram. Those are all fake. I don't have any of those accounts. So those are all fake. So G-Man asks, circumcised or uncircumcised? I guess that depends on the member, the size of the member. Thanks for thinking I had a nice show today. Music for life. Yes, thank you. Go hard. Yes, I do have Axe. That one is not as advertised as anything else. Where am I located, Jackson? FRT Jackson, out of Florida. Your other half is married too? And she's a ball of energy? Must be in the name. Thanks for thinking of a great person. I do appreciate that. Nothing like a bell on the end. Absolutely. Nothing like a bell on the end. Do I enjoy styling home interiors? And what style do I prefer? That's a very interesting question. I do like styling interiors and figuring out a scheme for a house and the way that it should look. I tend to be more simplistic. I enjoy the rustic farmhouse style a lot. So you'll see that, or the cottagey feel. That's why, my cabin is styled in like a cabin. The bunkhouse is styled like a bunkhouse. My beach house is styled like a beach house. I don't try to make my beach house into a modern, cold, industrial, whatever. I take the and that's fine. That's fine. Everybody's style is different, but I try to match it to the vibe of the area. Thanks for liking my hair, eyes, and teeth. I do appreciate that, John. Same to you. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Yes. Am I an indoor person or outdoor person? Weather permitting, I am an outdoor person. If it gets cold, rainy, any of that, I definitely don't mind being a homebody. But I prefer to be outside if given the opportunity. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody. Coconuts asks my number one asked question, which is how old am I? I am in my fantastic 50s, as well as Corey's question, how often do I go live? And to be honest, it depends on the day and depends on the week. Moving into the cottage has been a bit of a whirlwind and has required some additional trips and all sorts of stuff that I was not anticipating. So my schedule is not really set yet. I do try to go live a few times a week, if not every day. Just some days it just does not line up with the other things that I have to accomplish in that any given day or week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What kind of performing did I do? I am a professional figure skater. So that's why you'll see, if you go to my prior posts and reels, you'll see that there's some figure skating in there. Now, those are the first times that I've been on skates in a year, and the ones from last year were the first time I'd been on skates in 3 years. So that is, again, and people are asking, how often do I go live? How often do I do things? I am trying to work a figure skating routine, or get back on ice more often and skate more often, at least get out there once a week, but it just hasn't worked into my schedule yet. So still working on it. But that was the type of performing that I used to do. And I still do performing on my fan pages. So that is a different type of performing, but that is in my background. So thanks, T, for the workout. Yes, for the strongman workout stuff. Thanks for liking my outfit. I do appreciate that. All right, everybody, it is going to be time for me to head on out. It was a pleasure talking with you. I hope that you have a great day. I said I was going to end it at 2 o'clock, and I stayed an extra 5 minutes for you. So, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day. Somebody asked if I'm in the lifestyle. No, I am not in the lifestyle. That being said, um, uh, hubby's very straight-laced and doesn't play. That doesn't mean that I don't play every once in a while. Anyways, that said, check out my fan pages and go to the bio links. Check it all out. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And have a great week coming up. It's the holiday season. Stay safe out there. Don't do crazy stuff. Right? You want to enjoy it, but don't do crazy stuff. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully you'll join me on my next live. Bye, everybody. Hit follow, hit subscribe, and join the fan pages. Bye now.